Welcome to Mythbusters After Show. This episode is about adipose airbags. First question, how terrifying was driving that truck and how did you convince the insurance company?
We convinced the insurance company specifically because driving a big truck into a smaller car is something that Hollywood stuntmen do, so it's a very known quantity in terms of the dangers involved and in terms of the safety procedures involved. I will say that driving a truck at 50 miles an hour, no big deal. Driving it towards the car, no big deal, until you're like 150 feet away. And then at 150 feet away, you can see how fast you're actually going in relation to the car. Now, I've been in a car accident, I've seen them coming, but I've never done it on purpose. So you see this distance closing, and you see how quickly it's closing. My whole body clenched up with that. It was really spooky.
It struck us both the same way. You know, at that 100, 150 feet, you realize what's happening, and it's one of those things like, uh-oh, and it's too late to do anything about it, you know?
I think, I don't know if we can cut this in here, but I think if you watch the footage of me in the truck, once we hit that 150-foot mark, I just went, ah! And just hit the car.
Next question.
All right.
Was the build of the obese dudes something that you enjoyed, or did you get fed up with it?
Oh, that was so much fun. That might have been one of the most fun builds we've ever done on the show, honestly.
Yeah, I thought it was fun as well. I enjoyed it a great deal, but I have to say that from a professional's standpoint, doing that kind of thing, you have to understand we're capable of making something that's like photorealistic of a person of that size, and these guys were anything but. They were all globby and everything. And so I had a certain kind of, I don't know, I was loath to turn something out that was that unprofessional, but you know, it served the purpose for what we were looking at, and it did it so elegantly as far as the process. You really couldn't get there easier than the way that we did it.
No, that was two and a half days, start to finish, for a fully rubber-coated, 300-pound, water-filled, human mass equivalent dude. That's awesome.
To do it the right way, if there was a better way, it would involve thousands and thousands of dollars of mold-making materials.
Casting, fiberglass, rubber. It's
mother molds,
exhaustive,
and back and
extensive,
forth.
weeks-long process.
Detailed clay sculpting and the whole thing, and it would be, you know, that would be something that would be a prop that would go for hundreds of, or in excess of $100,000 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, the alternatives were ridiculously time-consuming, but I loved making that thing. I loved sculpting it. I loved the object that we ended up with, and I'm actually going to go downstairs in a little bit, fix him up so that he's complete again, because I love my orange dude.
Mine didn't require fixing.
Yeah, well. Mine was on the impact side.
Next question. In the movie, the truck T-bones them, and then the car flies off a cliff. Why didn't you test the second half?
Well, we didn't need to, because the dude's head came off just from the T-boning. I would say that's done, and it's not really of concern what happens after it went off the cliff.
Although we did discuss doing that.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, it would, but yeah, it wasn't necessary, and that adds a whole different complexity to it, especially when you realize that we were doing this with a real truck that was impacting it. And so, what are you going to do? Put a cable on the truck that won't let it go past a certain point?
Yeah.
It's a truck that big going that fast.
No.
And guaranteeing that it doesn't go off the cliff, it's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
Next question. Have either of you been overweight ever?
Well, I mean, I lost 20 pounds this year. I don't think I was overweight, but I was unhappy with how much I weighed, so I lost 20 pounds.
It comes and goes. I don't think either of us have been obese.
No.
And you know, and I don't think that. I mean, we both would like to lose a little weight, I suppose. More easily.
I'm pretty happy right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're all right. Next question. One of you was in the truck. That was great. Why wasn't one of you in the car? Duh.
That's a ridiculous question. Move on.
Next question. Were you surprised at the result? Yes, actually, we were.
We totally were. Both of us Both of us before the story gave a prediction that stated we thought that it would help. That the big guy next to you was actually going to help you survive the auto accident. And man, it so didn't.
Yeah, the water hammer part of that, the hydraulic aspect of that
Yeah.
heavier mass was really surprising.
And shockingly powerful.
Next question. Facebook wild question. Have you ever made something for the show that you later said to yourself, you know, we could sell this thing?
Yes, I'm trying to think of what it would be. We've come up with. I'm going to need more time to think about that one. I mean, maybe we'll do a coda on this because I know that we've developed something here and there that we've thought, oh, we could totally sell these, but I can't, for the life of me, think of what that might be right now.
You know, I'm thinking that the airplane toilet seat with the vacuum suction on it that made such a wonderful sound when you sat on it. Never mind. That's it for Mythbusters After Show.
Thanks.
Adipose airbags. Thank you, and see you next time.
See you next time.